Hello dear children, good morning. Children, today I am going to start with the grammar part of your second lesson, the Olympic Games. All of you open your notes. Open second lesson, the Olympic Games. In our previous class, we have learned hard words, meanings, question and answers of your second lesson. And in today's class, we are going to learn grammar. See, simple future tense. We use the word will to talk about the future. What is the future? Tomorrow, next week, 4 years or 2 years or later. Except now, everything that was done after this minute we call it as future, right? So we use the word will to talk about the future. For example, we will do homework tomorrow. You can use I shall. You can use I shall or I will or we shall or we will, okay, to talk about the future. We never use shall with you, they, he, she, it. So, we can use will for you, they, all these. But we never use shall. For with you, you shall. You should not. Okay, they shall. You should not use like this. While speaking, will or shall become, see, apostrophe ll. He will become he apostrophe ll, okay, while speaking, okay. Let us do the exercise now. All of you open your textbooks. Open page number 18. See children, Roma is going on a sports tour in June. This is her plan. Study it. Where will she be on these dates? Write these sentences in two ways as shown. So, Roma, she is going on a sports tour in June. Her plan was given here. This is her plan. Where she will be on these days, okay? So we have to write the sentences in two ways as shown. See, like for example, I will go on Monday. He will sing at the party. See, like this in two sentences. She will be in Delhi. She will, W-I-L-L, will be in Delhi. In these two ways we have to write these sentences. So here in this table you can see on 4th June she leave. Roma leave from Chennai from 6th to 9th. From 6th to 9th June, Roma lives in Delhi. From 9th to 14th June, she lives in Nagpur. From 15th to 18th June, she lives in Kolkata. From 18th to 21st June, Bhubaneswar, okay? And 22nd June, she arrived in Chennai again. So, on 8th June, she will be in Delhi. She will be in Delhi. On 12th June, she will be in Nagpur. She will be in Nagpur. 14th June, she will leave Nagpur. She will leave Nagpur on 14th June. 16th June, she will be in Calcutta. She will be in Calcutta. 19th June, she will be in Bhubaneswar. She will be in Bhubaneswar. On 23rd June, she will be in Chennai. She will be in Chennai. So, this is her plan. Okay? We are using here future tense. Simple future tense. Match the words with column A with their synonyms in column B. We have to match these words which are in column A with their synonyms in column B. Hard. What is the same similar meaning to hard is tough. Hard, tough. Second one is mild. Mild means gentle. Mild, gentle. Third one is brave. Brave similar meaning is courageous. So option E, courageous. Fourth one is clever. Clever similar meaning is intelligent. So option A, intelligent. Fifth one is enormous. Enormous means huge. So enormous similar meaning is option C, huge. Hard, tough, mild, gentle, brave, courageous, clever, intelligent, enormous, huge. Now second one. Match the words in column A with their antonyms in column B. We have to match the words given in the column A with the antonyms given in the column B. Correct. The opposite meaning of the correct is wrong. So option B, wrong. Second one, blunt. The opposite word to the blunt is sharp. Blunt, option A, sharp. Third one, famous. Famous. The opposite word to the famous is unknown. So option D, unknown. Fourth one is gloomy. The opposite word to the gloomy is E, cheerful. Fifth one is healthy. The opposite word to the healthy is unfit. So correct, wrong, blunt, sharp, famous, unknown, gloomy, cheerful, healthy, unfit. These are the antonyms to the given words given in column A. Now all of you open your textbooks, open page number 19. See the pronunciation. Consonant sounds in S, H, ship, measure and church, jug with familiar vowel sounds. Remember the sounds you practiced. Say these words aloud and revise these sounds. So, shirt, shirt, ship, shirt, pressure, measure, pressure, measure, treasure, measure, leisure, right? Measure, pressure, treasure, leisure. Chit, church, chit. Preacher, preacher, church, preacher. Jug, jog, jug, jog. Surgeon, surgeon. Shirt, pressure, treasure, leisure. Chit, preacher, jog, surgeon. Speaking. Group discussion. In this activity, work individually in pairs and in larger groups. Follow the instructions to do the activity in stages. So, as you are not in the school at present, you should do this activity individually. Okay, children? Stage 1. To what extent do you agree with the following statements? If you agree completely, say 1. So, if you agree these statements completely, you have to mention 1 to the statements. If you agree partly, means if you half of the statement you agree and half of the agree you did not, half of the statement you agree and half of the statement you disagree, then you have to mention 2. Okay, you have to say 2. And if you completely disagree the statement, you have to mention 3. See the statements. A sports person must be physically fit. Say, if you agree completely, say 1. If you agree a part of the statement, say true. Or if you completely disagree, say 3. Okay? A sports person must only be talented. A sports person should have a lot of luck to be successful. A sports person should be mentally tough and be ready to face any circumstances in the game. A sports person should accept the decision of the referee even if the decision is wrong. So, do these 5 statements. If your answer is 1, say 1. If your answer is 2, say 2. And if your answer is 3, say 3. Okay, you have to do this in your homework books. Stage 2. Discuss your conclusion from stage 1 with your partner and arrive at a consensus. Talk about other qualities that a sports person needs to achieve success. So, you have to discuss this conclusion with your partner. As you are not there in the school at present, you have to note down your opinions in the homework book. Okay? And you have to talk about the other qualities that a sports person need to achieve success in the game. Stage 3. Now a group of 4 should discuss the conclusion from stage 2 among themselves and come to a conclusion. The discussion should involve more students at every stage, 1, 2, 4, 8 and so on. So, when a group increases in size, you are expected to listen to more points of views and think about them. At every stage, you must give reasons for your decisions and opinions. It's okay, children. You mention all your opinions that a sports person should have in stage 2. Okay? Stage 4. This is the final stage of the discussion and the class needs to agree about the 5 necessary qualities of a sports person. Note down your conclusion now and compare them with the first 5 statements you had started with. So, in stage 4, as you are not there in the school, you have to note down in your homework books. You have to mention 5 necessary qualities that a sportsman should have. You have to mention your own 5 qualities that you think a sportsman should have, and you have to compare those 5 qualities with the stage 1 qualities they have given, right? You have to compare your points with these 5 points. Okay, now come to writing. Writing narrative paragraphs. Your sports teacher has asked you to write a few paragraphs about the annual sports day for the school magazine. Write them down using the clues given below. Remember to write 1 paragraph for each point you are making. So, your sports teacher asked you to write a few paragraphs about the annual sports day for the school magazine, and you have to write down using the clues given below. See, mention when and where it was held. Say who the chief guest was. Say what the highlights of the chief guest speech were. Mention the names of the events that were organized. Track events, high jump, long jump, shot put, javelin throw, etc. Say how many students participated in the events that day. Describe the weather condition of that day. Was it too cold or too hot? Name the sports champion for the year. Talk about his or her dedication and hard work, background, etc. Describe the award ceremony. Mention who gave away the awards. By using these clues, you have to narrate a paragraph, and this paragraph should be below 100 words. So do this and send it through WhatsApp, children. Okay, bye children. Thank you.